What's happening? Landlord from Alabama here, back with another video. And today, man, we finna talk about this joint practice. Hey, we them boys, man, they know we gon' get at it. Now let's talk about what happened in this practice. Let's go. Okay, first and foremost, I think it's safe to say that us as a nation as a whole might need to take a collective deep breath, a collective woosah, because we might be overreacting just a tad bit. We might need to calm down. You know, it's always two sides to a story. It's always pros and cons and negatives and positives. So in other words, if you want to be negative, you can always be negative. Most of us, and myself included, if practice prove us right and align with some of our beliefs, we'll say it's valid. But if it don't, we'll say, oh, it's just practice. But all I say is just keep the same energy when both things occur. If it's good or bad, take it all with a grain of salt. It's just practice at the end of the day. We still a month away before it's all said and done. Now let's talk about some of the pros. Your quarterback, QB1, Young Ryan Dakota, was looking sharp out there. He was making all the right plays. His ball placement was on point. His mechanics looked good. His timing looked good. His chemistry looked good with all of his wide receivers. He made a couple of nice plays to CeeDee Lamb and Noah Brown. Both of those wide receivers stood out to me. I seen a couple of plays Dennis Houston made. I seen a couple of plays Semi Fehoko made. TJ Vasher had a near catch on Patrick Surtain. So the wide receiving core did much better than most people expected. To me, they was a pleasant surprise, and I leave this joint practice feeling a little better about my wide receiving room. That's just me in my opinion. CeeDee Lamb had a nice play. He put the dude on skates. He turned him into Tony Hawk. He did a nice route, and Dak hit him with a perfect dart. That was a big time play. That Dak to CD connection, that duo is looking nasty. That look like it's gonna be a real thing. You know, we didn't see much of the defense because of the camera angle, but the word on the street was Micah Parsons was eating. They said he could have had anywhere from 5 to 7 sacks over there. He was wrecking shop. He was a real life problem. It's not just our offensive line or tearing steel. Micah is a problem for everybody. Now let's talk about some of the cons. Now the O-line play wasn't the best. It wasn't great. Josh Ball was getting balled up into a fetal position. He was getting thrown left and right like a rag doll. Unfortunately, we wanted to see much better play from Josh Ball, but we didn't get it. Connor McGovern didn't look too great in my opinion. Number 93 was just throwing him out the way. He was in the backfield on Connor McGovern's watch the whole game. It was looking pretty bad. I'm not a fan of what I'm seeing out of Connor McGovern. But Terrence Steele and Tyler Biadasz did lose a few reps, but Denver does have a solid front seven, so that's pretty normal. We don't look at Tyler Biadasz like he's a world beater. He's pretty average or pretty mid at the center position. So you're going to expect him to lose a few reps, unfortunately. We want him to step up and be a better player, but at this point in his career, in my opinion, he's just very mid. Terrence Steele is great in the run game, but unfortunately, he still has some room for improvement. In pass pro, he wasn't getting beat out the gate like Josh Ball or McGovern, but after a while, the defender ended up making plays, getting away from him as well. But in the toughness and the mentality and the attitude department, I wasn't too pleased with what I seen when they hit Zeke. When Chubb hit Zeke, it should have been an all-out fight out there, no lie. I don't care what Mike McCarthy said before we got there. It's about respect. I know we want to respect what the coach say, but at the same time, you just can't let your players get done like that. You need to send a message that that won't be tolerated. It's not about toughness in my opinion, it's the principle and this respect. Cause imagine, where I'm from, you can't be called tough with full pads on and a helmet and tussling, acting like you fighting. That's not really a true representation of toughness. That's just mentality. That's just want to send a message to the team. So I wanted to see some of our players actually go and show them that that won't be tolerated and they ready to go to war about their brothers. But as a whole, I'm not too concerned about what I seen. Most of the reps, in my opinion, that the offensive line lost was coming from Josh Ball and Connor McGovern, two players that we don't want to see play out there. We rather see Tyler Smith start at guard. We rather see Josh Ball be on the bench getting Gatorade. Tyron Smith's supposed to be there. Hopefully he miraculously plays out a whole season. We don't want to see Josh Ball at all. But that's all I got for you today, man. Just holla at your boy, Landlord from Alabama, with the same handle on all social media. And like I say, 1K, one love, Cowboys Nation. Let's go.